Hi, everyone. I know it's been a long time since I've been on. There's reasons. Tonight's show is Grief and Rage when love has nowhere to go. And the topic of the show is grief. Excuse me. And it's not an abstract topic because my grandmother passed away. And she was my real mom. And around her, with her, I felt safe and I felt loved. So she was kind of the last pillar of a long-standing 5 decades, more than 5 decades, of always being my safe place, always having the kind of love that a mom has for you. So, her passing away, even though she was surrounded by loved ones and surrounded by joy and music, she was robbed. Her care was denied her, and she died knowing she could have lived longer had her family taken care of her. So what I feel right now is not just grief, it's rage, and I vacillate back and forth between the two. So tonight, I'm just not telling a story. We're talking about and discussing why these two emotions live together. Most of us don't grieve. When something happens, we might, cry alone. I mean, many grieve maybe, but we don't grieve, and we sure as hell don't ever allow the rage to have its own voice and its own outlet. So, strap in, buckle up your seatbelts. It's not going to be as intense as some of our other conversations, but it's, we're going to have a good conversation. So before we get started, for those of you that are with me right now, what is something that we always do? Whenever a session begins in Sage Collective in one of our groves, whenever I'm hosting this space Unmasked, we always start with one thing. Yep. Breathing. Oh, make sure your feet are on the ground if you're sitting in a chair. If you're not sitting in a chair, if you're sitting on a couch somewhere comfortable, feel yourself being held. Now let's take a big deep breath in through the nose, all the way to the top. Hold a little bit at the top, and then slowly exhale, longer than you inhaled. Slow. Let's do it again. Relax yourself and take a big deep breath in, all the way up to the top, and hold it. And now let's start exhaling through your mouth like you're blowing out of a straw, only slower. Now, I want you to take your jaw. I want you to rock it back and forth. Open your mouth wide and release the tension in your jaw. If you need to rub the sides of your jaw, go ahead and do that. I'd like you to look around wherever you're at. You're here with me. You're here in the room with you. Feel the temperature of your room. Is your mouth dry? Do you need to drink water? Now let's take one big, large breath together. And when you get to the top, I want you to pull your shoulders upward to your ears. Here we go. Oh, now release. Oh, make an audible sound. And then shake out your shoulders. Drop them and shake it out. Move your neck if you need to. I want you to just be here with me. And I want you to release. And I want you to come into this session. Come on into the show with me, and we can do this. Here we are. Always makes me feel much better. I feel more grounded and centered, ready to talk about this story. I've been highly emotional. I've been emotional for weeks. It's not easy when somebody that you love like this passes. So I wasn't able to come on the show. I wasn't able to do anything, and I wasn't going to hold myself to that type of rigid structure that says, even though people will wonder if I'm gone, they'll wonder if Unmasked was just a quick flash in the pan, which it's not. I couldn't push myself. So I'm here now. We're back. And what's something that we start to do? What is something we do besides breathing on the show, in life, anything else? We listen to music. We listen to music. We drink water. We breathe. All the good stuff that helps us be in our body. It is Saturday, March 21st at 7:47 p.m. Mountain Time. Wherever you are on the broadcast, live, or you're watching this on a repeat, I'm glad you're here with me. So, grief says, she's gone. I'm not ever going to see her again. Never going to hear her voice. Rage says, this shouldn't have fucking happened. Grief says, I miss her. I wish I wouldn't have deleted her voicemails on my phone. I want to hear her voice. Rage says, she deserved better. She had an incredible, amazing life. She took care of a lot of people. She never did anyone any harm, and she deserved better. These aren't opposing emotions that are flooding through me. This is what happens when love loses its place to land. When my love doesn't have a place to go, and my anger doesn't have a place to land either. So, my grandmother, she's my grandma. She was my grandma. She's never my grandmother. She's always Grandma, Granch. She was 95 when she passed away. That's amazing for any of us to get there. But it wasn't elderly. It wasn't being old that took her. It was being neglected. She was taken advantage of. She was not given the care she needed. She was stuck in some hole in Florida, in some shithole mobile home court. When I realized how bad everything had truly gotten, because my grandma is not one to complain, and the people that were robbing from her and abusing her, she loved them. She loved them so much, she looked past the abuse. And she's not a simple woman. She looked past the abuse. So when I realized how bad what things were, I had to get her out. I contacted my aunt and uncle that I trusted. Only people in the family I trust. And we started working immediately to get her out. And we got her out of Florida. It was a Herculean effort to move a 95-year-old elderly, sick woman across the United States and get her back to her home. I'm sorry for that. At the end of her life, at the end, She knew. She knew she could have lived longer. She knew that her body, because of the neglect she had suffered and the medical care she was denied, she knew she was dying, and she knew that she wasn't going to live to 100, and that was her goal, and she could have made it. I don't know if you know what that's like, to know that your life is being erased and that it's your family that did it to you. So this wasn't just a loss, it was loss with injustice. So attachment and protection fire together. Attachment and anger fire together. When we love someone so deeply, there are two systems that get wired together. You have attachment and protection. Attachment says we need to stay close. Protection says it's our instinct to defend this person that we love. And when we lose somebody like this, man, I need a new clean. When we lose somebody like this, both activate. Oh, it's an emotional deal. Grief, our attachment is breaking. The rage is our protection, and we don't have anywhere to go with this. The rage component is our body rejecting the injustice. And I know we're using me. We always use me as the guinea pig. Like I say over and over and over again, I am not a guru. I don't have any fancy letters after my name. I am your regular neighborhood man with complex PTSD from intergenerational childhood trauma. That's why we're discussing this way. That's why we're using me in this story to help other people try to understand what goes on. And if this resonates with you, good, and if it doesn't, I'm sorry. This is my story, and maybe it's not yours. My rage showed up because something violated what should have been. She should have been protected. She had all the insurance she needed to be cared for. She should not have had her insurance stripped, reversed, brought to the lowest rung of insurance there is. When she had full coverage, when she could have been living in assisted living, not alone by herself in a can in Florida, where the maintenance man had to show up to pick her up when she had fallen down. That was the medical care she was getting. She should have been cared for. She should have been treated. Instead of being taken back in for multiple UTIs, her bladder should have been ultrasounded so they could have found that small mass that started 7 or 8 years ago and not grown to a fist-size raging ball of cancer that ate her alive. Bladder cancer is easily detected nowadays. It's something that can be worked with. It didn't need to erase her life. So reality broke those truths. My grandma was not protected. She didn't have medical care. Nobody was taking care of her, and she was falling down and starting to hurt herself more and more as the cancer raged through her body. when that reality broke those truths, rage. Rage. Rage is love trying to act. And grief is love with nowhere to go. Rage is love still trying to do something. It wants to fix it. It wants to reverse it. It wants to hold the fucking abuser accountable. And now I'm going to talk to you for a second because both of you know what you did. Even all three of you know what you did. And if you get to watch this, if any of you are watching, shame on you and fuck you. The only part that makes me feel good is the peace that you don't have and the prisons that you live in. But you know what? Death doesn't negotiate. It's just what it is. It is a simple fucking fact. It happens. It's going to happen to me and it's going to happen to you. So when something so final like that happens, it releases a lot of energy. And when energy is released like this, it doesn't have anywhere to land. And this is the grief that I'm talking about, that we will not deal with in our society, that cycles back through us in waves and tsunamis and hurricanes and breaks over us. So you have nervous system oscillation. And we're not crazy. This is absolute what the body does. It oscillates back and forth. Only people that kind of, I don't know, most people can't feel a symphony of feelings all at once. So our nervous system can't handle that. So it oscillates back and forth. And for those of you that feel the symphony of feelings all at once, I get you and I feel sorry for what it is that we feel when it feels that sharp. But a lot of us, our nervous systems can't hold all of it at once, so it oscillates. We move between, we collapse with grief. We fire back up with heat and rage. We collapse again with grief. Fire back up with heat and rage. And that is not instability, and we are not jacked. We're not going through anything that isn't absolutely and completely normal. Completely normal. The injustice, when that happens, and when you have injustice wrapped in with the grief, it intensifies. The injustice intensifies the rage that comes with the grief. Clean grief is painful. If there is such a thing as clean grief. If somebody is able to pass away and there's not absolute family fucking drama and craziness, if the shit show is not happening, the grief is just painful. But grief and injustice is combustible. It's hard. It is hard to deal with. And that's what I'm here holding space for too, is for any of you that feel that way and have felt this level of grief and injustice. I got you. Sage Collective has you. Go over to sagecollective.care. We are starting up now. We are starting up. We are even having our first growth session tomorrow morning. So, and it's already filled up and we have waiting lists starting to happen, but Pay attention, come around, because the groves are opening up and I'm excited to see you there. I know that I'll be in the PTSD groups, I'll be in the grief groups, I'll be in the men's groups. I became a checkbox, a code, a risk score, a compliance problem, a clipboard with my name on it and nothing in it that sounded like me. They asked for symptoms like a grocery list. They asked for dates, dosages, counts. They didn't ask what happened. They didn't ask what I survived. They didn't ask what my body learned when safe stopped being real. They asked, do you hear voices? Do you sleep? Do you use? Do you rage? And I watched my life get reduced to a yes-no machine that spits out a label and calls it care. They wrote drug addict like it was an identity, like it was a personality, like it was the whole damn story. They wrote bipolar like my nervous system was the villain, like I woke up and chose chaos, like dysregulation was a character flaw instead of a scar. They medicated the smoke, and they never once looked for the fire. They treated my coping as evidence of my brokenness instead of proof that something broke into me first. And every time I tried to speak, the chart spoke louder. The chart always wins. The chart is neat. The chart is billable. The chart is legible to strangers. But my pain wasn't neat. My pain didn't fit in the margins. So I learned how to perform for the people with pens. I learned the right words. I learned the right tone. I learned how to sound stable. Because if you don't sound stable, they don't hear you. They manage you. So the system can chart symptoms. It cannot chart love. It cannot chart sunlight. It cannot chart what she actually gave me. And that was love. My grandma used to pick me up in a huge Buick. Sunlight filling the car. That was safety. That was regulation before I knew the word. That was love without conditions. She gave me something the system never could. There was a Buick, not a car, a continent, wide doors, heavy metal, bench seats that swallowed small boys whole. It smelled like vinyl and time and something faintly floral that clung to her coats. The engine would already be running when I came out. like she had been waiting, like she knew I would never need to leave fast. The house behind me tight with tension, air sharp with words that cut sideways, and then sunlight, blinding, flooding the windshield. The inside of that car was hot, and sun soaked into the seats. It even burned a little, and then it healed. I would climb in, small, hyper alert, vigilant, scared, and she would just say, "Hello, Jason." No diagnosis, no fixing, no interrogation, just presence. The sun across my face, my shoulders dropping, my chest opening. That was safety. That was love. And that was home. Now she's gone, and there will be no more bench seat, no more floral scents, no more trapped sunlight in the stained glass of her lamp. Only memory, only heat stored in my own bones, because here is the truth. That sanctuary did not disappear. It moved into my body, into my breath, into my ability to hold others. When sunlight hits my face now, that is her. When my shoulders drop, that is her. When I offer safety, that is her driving that beautiful blue Buick again. Rage says the world failed her. Grief says she is gone. Love says she is still here. She is still here. So, what do I do with this rage? Do I act like my old self? Do I get drunk as fuck? Do I rage and do I destroy things? Do I destroy everybody around me? So this is the part that no one teaches us. What society teaches is, yes, you go get super drunk and you break all sorts of stuff and you rage at the moon, and that is what society says is whatever society says. You do not suppress your rage. Let me say that one more time. You do not suppress the rage. If you suppress rage, it turns into numbness. It turns into depression. And it turns into self-attack. You do not discharge your rage blindly, meaning you don't go out and get drunk as fuck and looking for that fight. You don't do stuff like this. You love yourself more than that. You honor the feelings that are in your body. You don't dump your rage on people. That becomes destruction, and rage needs direction. It does not need explosion. So you let the rage move through the body, because rage is very physical. Rage is a physical feeling and it needs action. And even I know that. Oh, if you do not let rage move through you, you start to detonate. You start to grow your own cancer. You need to walk. You need to breathe hard. Good, solid breathing. Wim Hof breathing. And if you don't know that, look it up. Wim Hof. You need to breathe. You need to shake. You need to speak it out loud. It's all right to scream. Scream therapy is okay. It's all right to go into the forest and scream. It's all right to scream into a pillow. It's all right to lock yourself in a closet and scream so you don't scare your pets, your companions. It's okay to hit something safe. It's okay to beat on something safe as long as you put in guardrails. And this isn't your kid. It's not your spouse. It's not somebody in a bar. Karma's been telling me I need a rage room. I need to go into a rage room, and I would love to. I don't know where one is. Maybe there's one in Denver, but I would love to go let it out that way. You talk to your rage. You ask your rage. You literally ask it, what are you protecting, rage? What are you protecting? Let it answer you. Let it answer you that it's going to say love, dignity, memory, injustice. That's what my protector screams. She deserved more dignity, more sovereignty in the end years of her life. She didn't deserve to be stripped of all that so her money could be used to support someone else's lifestyle habits. How fucking dare you? In my rage, I don't get to save her. I don't get to bring her back, but I can tell the truth like I'm doing now. I could go down this rabbit hole and name names, and maybe it will. Maybe it's coming out later, but I'm not here to soapbox hard and kind of disrespect the memory of my grandma right now. But I will tell you that all abusers deserve to be drug out in the fucking light. And the three of you that abused Evelyn, her own children, not only is your bodies turning into a prison for you, I'm still coming. I always said that after Grandma passed, I was going to set the fires and tear down the temples. And I'm just not there yet because I'm still grieving. But there will come a time when the grief ends. Let me ask you guys out there that are taking your time to watch this, to be in this space with me. You know, who deserved better in your life? And what are you still carrying because of it? These are good questions to ask. Some of us need to let go of stuff, and some of us need to swallow down who we are. You get to choose. If you don't have a place to bring your grief and to bring your rage, you're either going to shut down, get depressed, or you're going to explode. Sage Collective, who is the sponsor of Unmasked, sagecollective.care is the website where you can learn more about Sage Collective. We are virtual online healing, group healing, where you can come, where you can buy a token, sign up for a grief group, come in and be around other people that are grieving. And you're in the comfort of your own home, sharing with me just like you are now. And come in and cry. Come in and cry with a group of strangers about your grief and feel how healing that is. Maybe I'll be there. More than likely I will be. Unmasked is here because we need a place where people talk about things that nobody likes talking about, where things get brushed under the carpet and we are off by ourselves in some corner crying, hoping no one hears us. That's why Unmasked is here, and that's why Sage Collective is here. Unmasked is the megaphone for us to try to get the word out of Sage Collective. And Sage Collective is your landing pad. Sage Collective is your home. Thank you all for listening to me tonight. Thank you for sharing this story with me. I will be back. Now that I'm back, now that I'm broadcasting again, this is going to start. We will have Karma back on the show. We will have Anissa on the show. We will have my wife, Carol Ann, on the show, one of the founders of Sage Collective. We'll even have Noah back to talk about more men's group stuff. My next show that I'll be doing, not show, but the next space I'll be holding by myself, is going to be about why abuse wins. And it will be an intense show because I'm going to lay out why abusers win. And if you don't understand, here's the first clue of the show. If you don't understand why abusers win, that's because you are a conformer, blocker, or denier in the middle. You're not an abuser, and you're not one of the abused if you don't understand that question. So we'll be talking. That'll probably be next Saturday night. Right now, I'm still a little bit going through things. We're still putting things together. I'm still very much building out Sage, the server, the automation. So I'm real busy, working real hard so we can all find a place to heal together. So I need room as we're moving through this, but Unmasked is never really going to go away. It might wane at times, and there might be times it's intense and firing like Iran rockets. Anyway, my grandma gave me sunlight, and my grandma, she gave me safety, and she was failed, and she's gone now. She's gone forever, but what she gave me is still here, and it lives inside me. Grief and rage are not problems. They are love, still moving. You know, my grandma deserved better, and I'm not ever going to pretend otherwise. Turn this part down. Thank you, everyone, for once again being here on Unmasked. I look forward to speaking with you all again. I look very forward to meeting you in the groves, in the Sage Collective groves. That's the most thing I'm excited about, is getting to meet you in person and quit doing all this talking myself. But until then, I'm going to keep coming on. I'll keep doing this. So thank you, everyone. You have a great evening, great night, wherever you're at, great day. If I'm catching you on this broadcast, thank you. And if I'm catching you on a replay, thank you very much. You all have a great night.